Hey everyone, it's Amador, and look, you can see this is the bigger light box that I got from Tracy's store from artitechsupplies.com when she had that pre-sale, and I showed you guys the small one with the little Merry Christmas and whatnot on it, and this one is the bigger one. This is the A4 size, and you're able to have 3 rows of it. I just wanted to show it, and this will be in the background basically. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys a project that I was working on. And I finished this yesterday, and then it hit me that I wanted to add one little more embellishment. So I made Nathan come with me and go and get the last bits of everything. And look, I even like nicked myself with putting in the last bit of embellishment on it because I was crazy enough that I wanted it. So a while ago I showed you guys that I was making, I didn't make them, I had them made for me, and I was painting them and altering them and distressing them and everything, doggy beds. And I finally got around, ironically, I made several of them to consign in a shop here in Las Vegas. And ironically, I finally just got around to making one for my own dog. So I wanted to have, our living room has more of a vintage French, kind of vintage European kind of market look to it, flea market kind of thing with like some, you know, more vintagey, more distressed thing, a little bit of industrial and stuff like that. But and as you guys know, I love some Annie Sloan chalk paint. But here's what I did. I actually found a recipe online that called for a few different things, and it was by I'm also going to put a picture of their post here in the in the video and stuff, and it calls for pure white, Provence, and of course, as per usual, not prepared, hold on, and the third color is Florence. So it's pure white, Provence, and Florence that make this combination, and look, and it makes a magnificently perfect hue of robin's egg blue, Tiffany blue, whatever you want to call it. It's just perfect. It's perfect, perfect, perfect. So let me show you I'll leave that over there. Let me show you how the bed came out. And of course, I couldn't leave well enough alone, and I wanted to make it look more vintage and distressed. So here, let me move this to the back. There it is. This is how they're shaped. It has, you know, it has the handles, as you can see right here. The handles right there, just like a crate, and it's the actual size of a vintage crate. I have them made that way. And look, and of course, to go with the robin's egg blue, I did make it with I stenciled it with Fifi Company. I didn't want to just full on, you know, just steal the whole idea and put Tiffany Company. But if you can see, it's a darker hue. It's actually a darker hue because I dark glazed it at the end to give it more of the distress feel. So initially what I did was, it's just solid pine. I painted it with an acrylic. I just covered it on the edges and around so you can see this more distressing, because pine is a very light colored wood. It was like black cherry paint and brown, and then I just brushed it around the corners just to kind of make sure I had a darker color showing through. And let me show you the stencils that I used. I threw out the ones I already used. I went ahead and made some stencils. I checked the font, and the font is New Times Roman and stuff for Tiffany Company. But as you can see, the first letter is actually larger and stuff. So, and they're all in caps. But here, let me get you a close-up of the distressing. Look I sanded it, and I always sand with a 220 grit sandpaper, because you want to start out with that light sandpaper, because you don't want to just scrape everything off. And I stenciled it, and the funny thing is I stenciled it perfectly, but I wanted it to be beautifully and perfectly distressed. I didn't want it to be like a perfect stencil and then have everything distressed. And you don't want to just distress for distressing purposes. And of course you want to distress where you feel that you'll have more wear and tear. As you can see right here, where the handles are, there's a little bit more wear. And I wanted it to look like it was a crate that was already painted, and all I did was put a cute new cushion in it. So here's the back, and the back, obviously the font is much, much larger. I was going to put something on the sides, but I felt it would have been excessive. But look, this is the distressing. First, I distress around the lettering all the way around. I make sure I get everything, and look, it's all slow, and then soft distressing. And as you can see, the grain will eventually come out. And here is on the letters how I distressed them, and I just sanded it over slowly. You want to go slowly. You don't want to wipe the whole thing off. Sand the whole thing off. There's some scratches. See right there, that's from the wood. I did a little extra distressing. All of the distressing I did was all thought out. And slowly done. The stuff that was done quicker and kind of more brutish was the stuff around the edges, as you can see right there. I even stained the inside, and then I did a dark, like I said, I did a dark glaze. So, but let me show you what the initial, and in between coats and everything, I went ahead and painted some, and I was going to paint this white, for the white ribbon of the Tiffany boxes, but I felt it was just too obvious. It was just too simple. I can't just do that. But what I did do is I made these little strawberry baskets. I have these wood strawberry baskets, and whenever I buy things in bulk, I'll keep like 1 or 2 of them in my craft room. So if I'm making something like, oh, can I use my strawberry baskets? I have a sample there, So I have this larger one, and this one I didn't distress, I didn't stain. This is the color. I'm trying to get the light to see it to show, because I have the window right here. This is the color that it looks like prior to being sanded and distressed. And what I did was I used that combination, and then I used the anti-Sloan chalk paint Old White to do the rim. Now this one I felt that I could, because it does look like a ribbon. So, and then I did that one, and then I did the smaller one. This one is the quart, and I think this one is the pint. Look how freaking cute. And I think next time what I will do is I'm going to dry brush some baskets, because this is just too perfect. I'm going to dry brush some baskets to make them look a little bit more cottagey, more vintagey, without having to distress them or anything. Because if you dry brush, you kind of get like that kind of wiped on a little bit kind of feeling. And then I have to adhere that one because it popped open. But I did the inside and the outside. I just wanted to show you guys like what the actual color looks prior to sanding it and staining it. Now, I will have pictures at the end of this, and they'll just kind of explain like the phases that it went in, so you guys can see more what I was talking about. I thought afterwards of videotaping it, but the funny thing is, I was texting with Carol and P and like other people, and so and I used my phone to record, so I didn't. But I did take pictures throughout, so you can see the stages, and I'll kind of explain them as we go. But back to why I am injured, I wanted to add charms. Fifi actually used to have a Tiffany bracelet, and I was telling Carol about that. And when we lived in Atlanta for a while, and let's just say that it was stolen out of my apartment, probably by cousins or something. And if they're watching this, yeah, it was you. So anyway, I just went ahead and grabbed a chain. You know what? I should have taken a picture of everything. This chain I actually got from Hobby Lobby, and it was a full chain. So I made several different length kind of bracelets, and I went ahead and I didn't do lobster clasps or anything. I wanted them to stay permanently on here, and I wanted it to look either like a necklace was wrapped around several times or one of the charms. And all of this actually came from Hobby Lobby. The chain, it's slightly ovaled, but it's very round, so it kind of does go with it. And these charms are also from Hobby Lobby. I do have the little metal stamps to put letters on them, but I just didn't want to screw them up. So I just wanted this. This is just literally just an accent that I wanted to add and have over here hanging off of the bed. Like, nobody will probably ever notice and nobody will probably ever see, but that's just for me, and I really wanted it. I thought it would look cute. And then I said, hey, you know, who does charms on a bed? Well, nobody, so I have to, you know, you kind of have to, you got to step it up sometimes. So, but this is absolutely gorgeous. I love, and just look, and then, you know, if you move it or move her bed or whatever, and they all dangle. And I went ahead and they've all been, all of the links that I opened to separate them, I went ahead and closed them up. I didn't, like I said, the only one that has a lobster clasp, the only one that's actually a bracelet is this one. And oh, and the bracelet that Fifi had, she's so small that you can actually wear bracelets. She can actually wear, so whenever I would find really cute like bracelets, like girl bracelets, I would buy them for Fifi because it would look really cute. She has like juicy ones, and it's really ridiculous. Trust me, that dog is spoiled. So, but yeah, I wanted it to look like it was either a necklace that was draped several times, and they're all different lengths because I wanted it to look not too copyright infringement-y. You guys know I always say stuff like that, but yeah, I just thought that was really cute. And like I said, all of these chains were from, all of the pieces are from Hobby Lobby, and just had to add those little, just a little accent, just, you know, like I said, who puts charms on beds? Nobody but me now. Anyway, what else was I going to show you? So like I said, I went ahead and I made the stencils in different sizes on my Cameo. As you guys know, I love my Cameo, like, to no end. So with these, I also have, and these I did not make, these cushions I did not make. These are actually perfectly sized cushions for these beds. My mom made these. So this was my initial choice, was to have this like bold modern print, which I think would be perfect, but except for the fact that it just almost really well matches it. So I have this other one, and if I find one that I like even more, I will have her make me one to fit in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. This is Purple Toile that I got from the Bloom store here in Las Vegas, and that's where I'm consigning my beds. Not this one, of course, because this one is Fifi's. But I do plan to offer this as a custom bed, because I will be taking custom orders as well. And I will what was I saying? Oh, there'll be custom orders. So I am offering to have them personalized. It's a little extra charge because it's a little extra work, but I mean, come on. How awesome is that? How gorgeous is that? I don't know about the charm, if they want that or not, but I mean, you kind of have to have it, right? And there's the side from the back. But yeah, for now, I'm going to use this Purple Toile because, like I said, I wanted it to look like it was an actual vintage piece that was already existing, and I just kind of sassed it up with a cute little cushion. And so yeah, so that is my Fifi and Company bed. It's the moment I put this thing on the ground, she will just jump on it. Trust me, she knows when beds are for her. And yeah, if anything, I was thinking of looking for a white, really soft plush baby blanket. Yeah, I said baby blanket. To put on here so it looks like, you know, ribbon or whatever, it doesn't matter. But I really like this Purple Toile, and this is actually one of the cushions that was a practice one, so it was kind of messed up, and I kind of goofed it up so too. So the cool thing is with these, and I think I showed that they're actually interchangeable, if I can find the zipper, because there's a zipper here. So this one, like I said, this one, and it has these different prints. So yeah, but that is the one that's going to be for Fifi, her custom, one-of-a-kind, and I do mean one-of-a-kind, distressed, vintage, European-looking, Tiffany-themed dog bed. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I know, I'm a little excessive for my dog, but I love my little Fifi, so she can have whatever. So, you guys, thanks for stopping by, and these are probably going to go out as a gift to somebody because I just love the way they looked. Thanks for stopping by, and I will talk to you guys soon. And if you're interested in a custom dog bed, by the way, might as well throw in my plug in there. If you're interested in a custom dog bed, let me know. Like I said, these are the size of vintage crates. Thank you guys, and thanks for stopping by. Bye, everyone. Okay, so here are the pictures that I took off of the blog, or I think the Facebook post, from the blog where I found it, and it is called The Purple Painted Lady. You see the name right there, and it's the Tiffany blue, and right here it has the recipe of how many cups or what portion you need of each color of the Annie Sloan chalk paint. So here you can see how I painted it in brown. This is the initial color that it came out. Very beautiful Robin Zegg blue. This is just after I stenciled Fifi and Company. That was the front, and now this one is the back. As you can see, I just made my stencil simply with some cardstock. And right here, this is before I dark wax glazed it. And you see it still looks adorable and beautiful. I just felt that it was still a little bright, and I wanted to have a little bit more of that vintage look. So these are just like some of those pictures. Now these are the pictures I took in my living room of the piece completely done from various angles. And this is just all natural light. None of these pictures have been retouched or anything. So thank you guys for watching this, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye everyone.